almost 150,000 people registered to vote in Sioux Falls. Only a little over 1,100 made it to the polls to cast their vote in this year's municipal and school elections.
Hannah Eckwall in studio tonight to tell us more about the city's struggle with low voter turnout. Hannah.
Brian and Andrea, earlier this week, City Clerk Jeremy Washington explained that historically, Sioux Falls has always seen a low voter turnout in these elections, which is why this year they chose to combine City Council and School Board to one ballot. Today, Washington said there was only about a 7.5% turnout, which was actually higher than he anticipated.
We've just got to get creative trying to spread the word a little bit more.
As Sioux Falls continues to see the trend of low voter turnouts in yesterday's municipal election, Augustana Associate Professor of Government Emily Wanless says this isn't just an issue that's seen in Sioux Falls. And the best way to encourage higher voter turnout is to have multiple elections happening at one time.
Having a concurrent election where other issues and races are on the ballot will incentivize voters to come out to vote.
This is the main reason why in this year's election, voters were able to vote for City Council and School Board. However, Wanless also described how candidates can look to increase turnout numbers as well.
What we know from studies is that grassroots mobilization, face-to-face contact, boots on the ground, looking someone in the eye and saying, it really matters if you vote, is the most effective way to get people to the polls.
Looking ahead to future elections, City Clerk Jeremy Washington is already starting to brainstorm what he can do to boost turnout.
There's a lot of opportunity. We can change some things. Any kind of way we can get the word out. And I know once something does hit social media, people are going to share it left and right. It's going to spread all over the place. So hopefully that'll happen this time around too.
Washington said he does anticipate to see an even lower turnout for the City Council at-large runoff that's taking place on April 30th. But he encourages voters to prove him wrong and get to the polls. To learn more about the candidates in that runoff election, you can find more information with this story on DakotaNewsNow.com. Brian.
Hannah Eckwall tonight. Hannah, thank you.